Now, I'll caveat this as well with, whenever I'm giving public speaking advice, I always say eye contact is absolutely crucial. And so, that's one of the reasons that you should avoid reading from a script.
Yep.
And when I'm talking there about, having a script and then condensing it down into notes and what have you, that's generally if you're dealing with sort of general presentations, etc. What you might find is that if you're a busy barrister, you might find that quite often you do have a script that you'll type up and that's all that you're relying upon. You're not going to have lots of time to practice and start condensing down and all the rest of it. Particularly if you were, let's say you're in the Crown Court and you're prosecuting 5-sentence hearings, and what tends to happen in the Crown Court is whoever has the brief will type up an opening note for the sentencing hearing, which could be 5-6 pages, sometimes even longer. And then if that brief then gets handed to someone else picks it up, and then they've just got this opening note, which is basically a script, and they're delivering that. And if you're that busy, you're not going to have time the night before to be practicing that you know it off by heart. So you pretty much will be reading from a script in court. I see it with prosecutors there. And the skill is, what you'll do is, as you're glancing through, you'll kind of know what the case is about anyway if you've read it, and you'll have your laptop in front of you, and as you're reading out to the judge, let's say your opening note, you'll glance up a few words, you've looked ahead a few more words, so you can then look up and make eye contact back down at the laptop, and the judge knows that that's what's happening because, if you've got that many cases or what have you, there's always going to be a script there. So I do caveat it with that piece of information, that there will be times when you're in court when you have a script and you simply won't have time to deviate away from that fully. Even with jury speeches, I tend to type out my full speech and I'll practice it a few times, but you're never going to have time to practice it 20 times beforehand. So similar sort of deal, you have your notes there in front of you, and I'll know most of it, but I'll still be glancing down every now and again just to refresh myself of where I'm up to. So there's nothing wrong with having that script there as a fallback and just glancing back, reminding yourself where you're up to. And even if it takes a couple of seconds, you might find that you're making the eye contact and then you need to glance back down 3, 4, 5 seconds, remind yourself, boom, up again. No issue there, I don't think.